back to League Unlock again. My name is Eric Kummel, and it wasn't just North America that had their semifinal action, of course, over in Europia. The semis were also going down. Things opened up with G2 taking on Splyce. G2 looking for their 5th straight final appearance in Europe, and that's exactly what they got against Splyce. G2 were, you know, they had their ups and downs throughout this split, but I mean, they eventually came back in here, and the main fight was around this Baron. They just did a perfect Baron dance. You see the Sleepy Trouble bubble forces the ultimate out of Xerxes, and Jankos still just staying on the Baron as the Skarner. It's getting mighty low, so low that it gets to 11. He misses the smite, and you see the Sivir Boomerang is just coming over. Xerxes still has flash, but they don't flash over. The Boomerang doesn't get the Baron. Eventually, G2 is able to snowball off that Baron, close that one out, and have a pretty convincing win in Game 4 as well. They pick up a kill on Otawamne for good measure. But Xerxes, you had the flash, you had the smite. Jankos got it down to 11. Definitely potential for the steal there. Maybe this entire series looks a whole lot different if Xerxes is able to get that steal, or even that Boomerang from Kabe, if that lands over and steals it. I don't know, maybe we're looking at a Game 5, a whole different set. But G2 comes away with it in 4. They're off to their 5th straight final. And throughout the split, it's been Wonder, it's been Jankos, and it has, of course, been Perks in that mid lane. But this playoff set was something a little bit different in that bottom lane, which has been the most criticized role, deservedly so, throughout the whole split for G2. Hjarnan, their AD carry, their marksman, absolutely popped off. If you look at his regular season numbers here on the left compared to what he put up in the playoffs, KDA 4.5, not great. Well, he did 5 times that pretty much with a 20.5 KDA. Somehow Broxa had a KDA of 21, but we'll stuff over that. Damage percentage up over 6% from 10th to 2nd, and the kill share from 9th to 2nd. Just totally playing on a different level. And a Jhin, champion we haven't seen him play that much, he was popping off on it. He had fantastic ultimates. He single-handedly won them this Baron fight in game number 3. Ends up with a quadra kill. He looked more like the Hjarnan we've seen earlier on in his career. He looked definitely out of sorts throughout the majority of the regular season. But I mean, if he keeps playing at the level that he did against Splyce, then G2 is going to be much scarier for Fnatic heading into these finals. Again, you saw the Triss there. That was his best champion in the regular season, but now you're throwing in the Jhin. I mean, Kalista's a champion he's played historically to a very high level, so kudos and shout-outs to Hjarnan for putting up a fantastic performance, leading G2 to their 5th straight LCS finals. 4 new players, no problem. The current kings will be there in the finals. And joining them, the second semifinals from EU was Fnatic taking on the Rooks from Vitality. 3 rookies on that squad, but they got a whole lot of confidence. The turning point here was just sending everything at Caps in one of these games in the set. The key was to camp Caps. Wow, that's a tough one to say. But you see here, Broxa interrupts Jizuki's ultimate. They're going here for the kill on Bwipo. Again, Soaz not in this set. But you see Caps here, flashes forward into 3 guys at 40% health and gets the kill eventually, secures it on Cabo Shard, and then the beautiful Hourglass with just 1 tick of health left. He gets to survive, and Fnatic eventually cleans it up. Broxa body blocks from Jack Troll, and that's 3 kills for Fnatic. Vitality did actually rebound and take that 3rd game, despite probably feeling a bit of tilt after that play down there, but they did get game 3. Game 4 pretty convincingly in Fnatic's favor. They're moving to their 1st final since 2015, which is very surprising considering the storied history of Fnatic. But we've got the old gods versus the new. I know that narrative has been beaten to death on the EU broadcast. Too many kings. Anytime Perks does anything, we're talking about him being a king. But I am super excited for the Fnatic G2 matchup. Who stood out for Fnatic against Vitality? You might think Reckless because he had an insane regular season, but I'm going with Caps. He was an absolute animal in this series. Reckless didn't have to do that much, to be honest. Look at these numbers. KDA 6.6, damage per minute 666. That's spooky. That's some devil talk. 82% kill participation for him. He had a fantastic performance for them. Excuse me. And listen, earlier on in the regular season, it was camps. Oh my lord, I cannot say that. For Vitality, and it worked for them. Well, they camped Jizuki this time and got caps way ahead, and he delivered on the Swain and the Zoe. Swain is a pretty good champion right now, as it turns out. Pretty darn good. Pretty much must ban, I feel like, in a lot of these sets. Top lane, mid lane, it's an absolutely insane champion. Caps was just drawing so much pressure in this set, and he is the main reason. He was definitely the main carry in this series for Fnatic. Reckless was on Ezreal duty because he was drawing an incredible amount of 80 carry bans, and he looked great on the Ezreal, but it was Caps who led the way for Fnatic to their first ever final since 2015.